Reporting live, this is McKean from London, and we have new coverage on the evacuation of Dunkirk. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's broadcast of the Light program. Thank you all for tuning in. Today we finally come to some closure about the chaos at Dunkirk. We're sure you've seen the news about Churchill's ecstasy regarding the event, but we're here to provide you with more insight. To our wildest hopes and dreams, Hitler decided to halt his army for an entire 3 days, 72 hours of glory for our people. With this time, we were afforded the opportunity to save our troops. Thanks to you, our wonderful civilian listeners, along with our strong navy, we were able to transport thousands of British and French troops from Dunkirk back to the sandy beaches of England. Despite challenges including shallow beaches, impending doom, and an ongoing German fire from the sky, we did it. Now, onto the details of this matter, we have reporter Johnson.
And thank you, reporter McKean. After underestimating Germany's strength, British troops have been forced to retreat to Dunkirk, along with France, Canada, and Belgium. Germany has cut off all escape routes in an attempt to save some of the troops in Dunkirk. Winston Churchill is ordered for Operation Dynamo. This has left troops fighting against overwhelming odds for days. All the fighting led the troops back to the beaches and docks of Dunkirk, where they could be escorted more easily. Now on to reporter Isaias with our response to the situation.
Thank you, Johnson. Here are the news. We sent our best destroyers and transport ships in an attempt to save the troops, but the odds were looking grim. Of the 400,000 troops on shore, we only had enough room for 30,000 of them to take them back to safety. But by the grace of God, Adolf Hitler decided to halt his general for 3 whole days, practically stopping the battle completely. We still don't know why he came to this decision, but it was detrimental to the German cause, for it changed the tide of this battle in our odds. By halting the army, our forces, along with the help of many civilian volunteers, were able to swoop in and save 338,000 of our troops. Still, this was no easy task. Although the army was halted, the German troops still attacked the rescue boats, and with the harbor blocked by sunken ships, the task seemed almost impossible. Almost being the key word. Due to an influx of support from locals in the area, we were able to amass 700 little ships to aid in this rescue. These small boats were able to breach the shallow waters of the Dunkirk shore and transport our troops back to the safety of our transport ships. Now on to McKean with our losses.
Thank you, Messias. As previously mentioned, between May 27th and June 4th, there were close to 700 ships that transported 338,000 people back to England. We extended this courtesy to the French army as well, as they are suffering the wrath of the German forces just as much as we are. We managed to transport 100,000 soldiers of the French army, however, tens of thousands of motor vehicles and pieces of artillery were left to rot in France. We pray that the Germans don't ever make it to Dunkirk and use our precious devices. If that wasn't unfortunate enough, 440 of our British tanks were also abandoned, as there is no efficient way to transport objects of that size. The conglomeration of military devices deserted because of the evacuation is devastating. However, nothing is more valuable than the lives of our people and allies. By some favor of luck, we were afforded the opportunity to escape doom. The possibility of defeat lurked too near, but now that we've retreated home, we can rest assured that the miracle of Dunkirk saved us all.
Thank you, McKean, for the numbers. Although there are many losses, we did gain one thing: Dunkirk spirit. Through our trials and tribulations, we were able to push and succeed, showing all British citizens that we can accomplish anything, including winning this war. And with that, this will conclude today's Lighthouse broadcast. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe and stay strong.